Well, hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to your yearly 2026 reading. We're going to do the 12 houses. This is going to be every house that you can align with. Okay, and I'm going to go right through it with you before we actually start with the reading, so you just have like a little bit of know-how of how this actually works. You can watch it as many times as you want, and also it's completely white behind me. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like winter wonderland here in Holland, and it hasn't been like that since 2021. So fresh new start, and it took some days, and I'm sure to feel that way too. Now, what we're going to do for each and every one of you, I'm going to go through the whole cycle of the 12 houses, starting from the first house and how that is going to impact you. So this is going to be a general start of what you can expect or what you need to know. And then in the second half of the portion, I will go into depth for your zodiac sign. And for those that want to go a little bit deeper, I will do an extended as well. Now, let's get started with how this spread works. So I'm going to go through all the houses, starting off with the first house, which is all about the self. It's all about how you present yourself to the outside world, your core individual self and your principles. Okay, that's like the Aries house is the first house, how you come across to other people. And this may actually have some radical changes as well. The way that you are fierce, the way that you put yourself out there, the way you communicate, and what you actually show the world. Okay, and this could be like a lot of radical changes that you make, or actually you can go a little bit inward. We're going to look at that with the tarot. Now, the second house is Taurus energy, and that's all about your assets. It's all about your luxury. It's all about like what you have in financial goals, how you actually move forward, making your practical plans towards the future, and what you will gain in terms of extra luxury, or even like the way you eat, the way you nurture yourself, and the way that you are tied to material assets in your life. Okay, so this is going to be very, very important. Now, the third house is obviously the house of Gemini, which all rules communication. It rules, I don't even know why I have these cards. It's just like for the 12 signs, but it's like most of us already know most of it, but still it's good to have a little bit of insight before you go into your zodiac depth. Okay, so this is all about your communication, your friendships, your siblings, the way that you are in social environments, all the things that will be changing in your connections and on social media, the way that you broadcast yourself. Okay, the way that you will sharpen your communication with the people around you, but also internally, obviously. Okay, so it's all about communication. And then we have the fourth house, which is obviously Cancer. Okay, and Cancer is all about the home life. It's all about our emotional warmth, and we just had that Cancer full moon, and a lot of you may have felt that feeling of emotional safety. Where can I actually be myself on an emotional state? Are you allowed to actually feel in a certain way, or feel even emotions, or do you get rejected for that? Okay, everything that revolves around the way that you have been in your upbringing, your home life, the bond with your mother, which very, very important. The bond with your mother, how has that actually affected you as a person, affected you when it comes to your traumas, right? There's a lot of energy that contains the roots. Okay, like what are your roots? Are you connected to your roots, right? Like these type of symptoms could come up for you to take care of it. Okay, but this is all about the family, the home life, your house, your home, your temple. Okay, like these matters. Now, the fifth house is Leo, which is the entertainer. Okay, this is all about the passion, the love, the excitement, the being in the middle of tension, and what you do with that, right? This is very, very important. I remember that last year I had the Hermit coming out. It was like, I don't want to be in the attention, but still I got in the attention mode. But still, it's about how you actually wanted to live a non-entertainment life for others, for yourself, but still, you got a lot of wisdom out of it, right? So the fifth house, the lover, right? So we are going to check in with how passionate your connections is going to be when it comes to your love life as well. And well, yeah, again, performance, entertainment, and creativity is also going to be a part of that, but most likely it's going to be all about your love affairs and your love life. Right, then we have the sixth house, Virgo energy, which is all about your work, self-nurture, your daily routines, right? Your daily health, your well-being, how you deal with yourself, how you nurture yourself, your diet, but also your work discipline, right? How disciplined are you? How programmed are you? How, yeah, all of that energy is going to be talked about in your daily rituals, which also talks about your spiritual rituals. Okay, a little bit of water. Right, then we have the seventh house, which is all about your relationship with others, your contracts, your Libra energy, which is also about maybe people pleasing. How far will you go with pleasing people? All right. So this is all about like your marriage as well. Like if you are married or if you're going to get married, right? Like all the deep connections that really ask you to have a real commitment, right? Like real responsibility within that commitment. Okay. So that is going to be all about Libra, also all about like how well you maintain the harmony with other people, how socially harmonious you will be, right? And also, of course, justice and karma will be ruling the seventh house, all right? Now, the eighth house is all about intimacy, Scorpio energy that rules the underworld. And it's all about your transformation. Okay, like the depth of your transformation, shedding the old and going through that dark night of the soul, but also like being very attached to something that really is passionate to you, right? Like this is where you will feel the most when it comes to your energy and your passion and even maybe your addictions or your obsessiveness, all right? Like that type of deep energies will be highlighted in the eighth house, but also it rules money, it rules legacy, it rules the hierarchy, like things that are a little bit dark at nature, but those energies, the shadows that really transform you into a new and better person. That's when the phoenix rises. Okay, so yeah, it's all about that mystery type of energy, and obviously also the investments that you make when it comes to money, because Scorpio is very, it's like Pinter, they're like very secure, they know how to get their security in check through the dark times, through that shadow work, through that underworld type of suppression that they have in like being obsessively hunting your ambitions. You know what I mean? Like that type of energy. And then we have Sagittarius and my washing machine that's just like being always the party in the house. I don't even know if you can hear it or not, but it's like Sagittarius is just like walking around as if life is the party, right? Like, and that's what we do. I'm Sagittarius myself, so that you know. But yeah, that's all about expansion. It's all about your travel, it's the higher self, your higher wisdom, and everything that comes with enjoying things in the most positive way and being happy with just being able to philosophy, right? Like that's actually what makes us the most happy. Like obviously, if you really check if you are happy or not, when are you the most happiest? It's actually when you really can talk about like the deep stuff, the deep spiritual stuff, the psyche stuff, things that most people don't say. It's the truth seeker, right? Like the truth should be spoken, and Sagittarius will not fail at truth speaking. Matter of fact, if anyone that tries to call like a Sagittarius a liar is like, okay, well, your world is a lie if you think that a Sagittarius will lie, because their biggest flaw is to be open and honest and direct, right? So this is your directness and your movement. And honestly, we are just entering the horse season, or the horse year actually, which is all about momentum. And obviously Sagittarius, half horse, half human. Sagittarius, you better get things going this year. Okay, so anyway, this is all about your luck and, well, the way that you perceive life, and don't allow any form of negativity to get to you. Shake it off and move forward, right? So yeah, the wisdom of Sagittarius, the voyager, okay? And then we move to the 10th house, which is all about your reputation. Is Capricorn energy. It's all about your career, your long-term goals, your legacy, the way that you are in authority of your life, of your finances, of your dreams, and how hard you actually work in order to gain that, right? That's your 10th house. It's all about your reputation. Like, people trying to damage your reputation because of jealousy, yeah, that is a part of the 10th house energy, but it is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the big papa of karma. So even if people have been trying to do that out of jealousy, out of envy, out of spite, out of, misuse of power, Capricorn energy, Saturn energy rules all about that, and will absolutely give everyone their fair share and their fair credit. Okay, so whatever responsibilities, whatever achievements, whatever career goals you have, we're going to look into that in the 10th house of Capricorn. Okay, and then we have another sip of water. Then we have the beautiful energy of Aquarius. And Aquarius have been with that Uranus, like in the past years, has been doing some crazy shifts and radical changes. And that what we're going to look at, especially personally to you. But this is a house that rules friendships, okay, group activities, group circulations, your environment, your social environment, okay. But it also is the innovator. It's the technology nerd sometimes, and comes up with like the greatest ideas and makes like changes that will be for everyone involved. All right, like the changes that Aquarius can make, it affects like group dynamics, it affects like the communities, okay, or just the, wow, I just forgot the word, collective, the collective. Why would that be? How can a reader like me forget the word collective? So maybe there is going to be something shifting within that, because the last couple of years it has been all about the collective, the collective movement, the collective ideas, the collective changes. There is something within that. Maybe it will turn a lot of people more inward, rather than just being the sheep of, going after the collective's idea or collective's opinion. Okay, that's definitely a good download right now. But yeah, communities, that's what you need to keep in mind. And then we have the Piscean energy. The Piscean energy, the dreamer of the zodiac, the always forgiver, the healer, the subconscious one, the one that nobody really understands, the one that is also always sensitive, the one that lacks sometimes a little bit of boundary, or the distinguished energy of like the good and the bad, the high and the low, heaven and hell. Like there is this polarity that's going on, right? Like that what we see also like in the Piscean energy, it's like the yin and the yang, right? So this is about your balance in the spiritual sense. It's all about your subconscious, your intuition, your third eye, your chakras, your way of connecting with the higher realm of spirituality, but also the way that you are compassionate first to yourself and then to others. First forgiving yourself and then others. So yeah, also rules the big karma, okay, the big baggage. What have you been dragging into 2026 that you needed to left behind? And that will be your sacrifice as well. We need to make the right decisions, right? What do we re-enter into our year of 2026? That is going to be a choice that will be ruling the whole year as well. That is also I want to say the garbage of the karma. Wow, that sounds another download. The garbage of karma. Why not? We're just, we're going through it. But yeah, your Akashic Records is also included in that. Your Akashic Records is all about the past life integration, your ancestral language, past life. Okay, what are you bringing into this lifetime that you actually need to resolve? And how do we know that we resolve that? It's when we keep on continuing to receive or get the same situations with different type of people. And instead of looking like, okay, why am I attracting that, or why does this happen to me, we actually go internally and in depth to actually heal that pattern and heal and release that karma, the karmic bonds. Yes. And your connection to spirit, your prayers, the way that you believe in God and the universe, the heaven, your manifestations, like all the things that you need from the subconscious world to stay anchored in this world, right? The meaning of life, the meaning of why we are here to complete a chapter. Wow, that was fun. That was really fun. And trust me, I didn't even I haven't done this for quite some years, this one. And I didn't even go through the names. It's just like that passion that just comes in, So what we're going to do, I hope you made it till this point. Thank you so much for listening to this. And we're going to go with the tarot over in all the houses and see what is going to happen for you as a zodiac sign. And there is going to be an extra pull in the middle of it that will highlight which houses will be the most relevant for you. Okay, so get ready, get your popcorn, get your tea, get your coffee, and let's kick it. Hello, Aquarius. What's up? Welcome back to your 12th house reading. We're going to dig in very quickly. But first, I just want to have a singing bowl to just clear the air together with the cards and prepare for this. All right, take a deep breath. Yes, I think we really needed that clearing of energies. I have a lapis lazuli ink with some pirate here, charging your energies. So let's see what is going on. For most of the signs, I did an extended reading, but these readings have taken so much of my time and energy that I'm going to have to skip your extended as well as Pisces extended. Maybe later on, after I take a little bit of a break, I can do it. But right now, no. What is going on for Aquarius, 1st till the 12th house for this year? What are the messages for Aquarius, please? Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. So a lot of karmic energies are at play for you this year, Aquarius. So you will see a lot of changes in all the areas of your life. Lucky breakthroughs, karmic energies, karmic turnarounds, like things really shifting in a big way for you, all right? That's a beautiful expansion energy. Wow, the 10 of Pentacles in your first house. This is you feeling quite content with your family, with the people that you're surrounded with. You really come off as someone that has like a tribe, a loyal tribe. People are depending on you, or this year you will absolutely be drawn to people that you feel very loyal with. Okay, so the 10 of Pentacles is your physical state, your physical body, your self-image, feeling quite content, building up a legacy, really going through a lot of successes in your life that you feel accomplished about. And people will see you that way, okay? See you as, you know, the mother or the father of a family, okay? Like really the provider, having everything quite in a perfect picture. In your second house of assets and your material world and your possessions, we have the Queen of Cups. This feels like you may be also putting a lot of time and energy into some sort of talent, all right? Like making some sort of success from something that feels emotional to you, something that feels like emotional investments, all right? Like maybe investing emotionally into people that you feel safe with. This is all about emotional safety as well, all right? Within your material world, I do see you being very content, having an emotional tie to certain maybe objects, even like you have this emotional tie to things that maybe is not so good, right? Like maybe, you know, if you need a refreshment, you may need to get rid of things that you feel too emotional about. But overall, I feel like the sense of worthiness that you have internally is going to be quite sustainable, all right? Like the Queen of Cups is a very, yeah, beautiful card to have, but it's just not revolving around true assets, okay? It's more like emotional fulfillment around what you already have and not wanting more. So simplicity could be the key here. Okay, the third house, we've got the Ace of Swords coming through for you. So the way that you will think, analyze, or cut through confusion, fogs, or speak up, it will be from a place of clarity and facts. Okay, no more illusion, no more fogginess, no more like misconceptions or miscommunication. No, yes is yes, no is no. Like that could be like, you know, vice versa. So let's say someone says no to you, you take that as a no. You're not going to, you know, twist that around. Someone says yes, okay, you take that and you know, you see the truth and the value of honesty this year. So that is beautiful energy. It's all about like having a clear perspective, having a clear perception of what is real, what is truthful, what is honest here. I like it. The Four of Swords in the fourth house. So needing a lot of time to rest, a lot of time to heal, perhaps because you have a lot of responsibilities when it comes to your family life, when it comes to your roots. We see that with the Ten of Pentacles in the first house. And the Four of Swords is you know, knowing to have a safe place that you can retreat to in your house that brings some peace. That could be just your bedroom, your living room, or just your house in general. But you are really being encouraged to take a lot of breaks, especially if you work at home, or especially if you have children. You need to find ways to heal and to sleep and to take a break. Okay, that's what the Four of Swords. Rejuvenation is going to be a very key point here in order to keep things moving in your life. Do not get a burnout. Yeah, burnout could be something that you may need to prevent here. In your fifth house, we've got the Knight of Swords. So this will be a year where a lot of people will, either you will do that, or a lot of people will hit you up with like, oh, let's come, like, let's meet here, let's go there. Very sudden shifts, very sudden changes, or a change of plans when it comes to where you go, with who you go. And things may be quite chaotic sometimes. All right, like you need to like stay anchored within yourself. This might be a house where you let the mind run its course to a point where the mind decides which direction you go. It's a little bit chaotic energy, especially in the fifth house, because the fifth house is actually very entertainment energy, creativity. It's like being in the spotlight, performance type of energy. And the Knight of Swords is not the best performance in that dynamic, right? The Knight of Swords is just like go with the flow, not go with the flow. It's very, how do I say this the best way? Chaotic. Okay, chaotic energy. Like too many parties, not thinking about yourself, but like just going with the flow of it. So Knight of Swords can say like calm down a little bit, make sure that you rest at home. Okay, the Four of Swords is all about like resting. If your body is like I can't, then listen to your body, right? Don't allow the people, your lover, your friends, kind of like drag you out of the house when your body actually needs to recovery. Sixth house, the sun. This is beautiful energy. Let me see one more on that. And the Queen of Pentacles, lovely there. This means that your health will absolutely improve this year. So you will put a lot of energy and effort into improving your health. That could be also your financial health, your work ethics, your sense of happiness, going through the daily motions in life, your work motion, your organization skills. Like you are going to be quite content and happy and rejuvenated by the amount of work that you tend to finish. Like you have a lot of tasks, but you finish it all with grace. It's just like you're moving around like, okay, I finished this as well. Like let's move over to the next phase or the next plan, the next project here. Okay, your well-being in terms of your diet is going to have like a very good improvement. So if you go to the gym, you're really going to walk around with that six abs. You really put a lot of emphasis on your well-being and your health. Oh, the seventh house has the Five of Swords. Ay, ay, ay. This is a little bit of like having some debates, disagreements with your partner, or with even like friendships, like partnerships, companionships, people that you have like a signature contract with as well. There is some sort of battle that keeps on going. There could be some sort of narcissistic type of abuse that is going on that you really need to take care of here with this Five of Swords. This is where you are in a relationship for either they are in a relationship for a benefit, or you are in a relationship to win at all costs. Ego is more at the forefront here than accountability, and that's something that you may need to address within your partner, that there is a lot of selfishness there, or selfish energies. And with the Ace of Cups, you are really being asked to just only go into partnerships where you feel like there is mutual love, not just mutual disagreements. Okay, like that could also be the case, right? Sometimes people just get into friendships or whatever because there is some mutual disagreement that they are agreeing on. So the Ace of Cups is really talking about like only step into love relationships or partnerships when you feel like it's something that you truly want, not something that like, okay, I will win at this, and like, I will show them that I can do it better than them. The Five of Swords can be ego tripping. So be mindful of that energy. The Fool I just want to take the devil because I saw it as well. This Fool and the Devil in your 8th house of intimacy. This is actually, it's not that bad, but let's be honest, the 8th house does rule the underworld, does rule obsession, control, and intimacy, right? So here there seems to be a very fine line between what is still in an innocent phase and what goes a little bit too much towards control and manipulation here, or too much obsessiveness in a relationship, or too much, like, let's say too much intimacy that goes into control rather than exploration. So there is a fine line that you may need to find between what is healthy in intimacy, it could be emotional intimacy or physical intimacy, and what is unhealthy. Where do you need to draw the line between, allowing things to just happen to you, or taking back some sort of control in your department of intimacy. Yeah. Someone might be stalking here as well. The devil is like, if you are a little bit in a foolish, no, not foolish state, but like in a very innocent, naive type of energy, there is someone that just like lurks at you with the devil that is unhealthy. Like this person could be fantasizing about you and you just don't even be aware of it. Like, be mindful of that energy, okay? Protect yourself if you feel anything like that coming from a person. We've got the 9th house, the 4 of Wands. So this feels like this year you will be, I don't feel like you will be traveling that much or have the need to travel. I mean, like, if you do, it would be towards family maybe, or people that you know for a long time, people and places where you feel really safe. If not, you're fine being at home, reading a book, finding like reading really into, I don't know, just reading, like whatever. I'm just going a little bit deep on that. But I feel like you're just more so focused on having like a healthy foundation at home, healthy boundaries at home, and being with the people that you truly care about this year. Your 10th house, ooh, your reputation as well as career and responsibilities, achievements. So you got the 3 of Swords there. So something may happen here where you feel misunderstood or betrayed. Someone may be trying to, damage your reputation, or there is some sort of pain that you could be enduring through colleagues or people that are, kind of like ganging against you, or the 3 of Swords is like a painful realization that not everything is what it seems like. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Some of you are going to walk away from from your work environment where you feel betrayed rather than growing. Okay, you're outgrowing situations where you feel like it's attacking your reputation. Okay, that there is an emotional discomfort there that you need to solve. So there is a career transition that will be happening in the year of 2026 for you here. Wow, the 11th house, we've got the Tower with the 6 of Swords. That's your own house, but it also rules, obviously, friendships, communities, societies, or, group activities. And it just feels like there could be a lot of chaos in a lot of these group settings, all right? You may start to see that not everything is based on true loyalty, true care, true love. People are not reciprocative. There is this need of, distancing yourself from people that bring in chaos into your life. And no matter how much you try to move away from it, it just like seems to, like with a smoke, trying to find you, and you're just like, oh my God, leave me alone. Like that tower is just like shaking, and you feel like these either these friendships or these group of people that you are surrounded with are are based on like false narratives or false belief systems. They don't have like a clear base contentment in their life, and you feel like you need to kind of like detach yourself a little bit in order to regain a little bit of control and peace of mind here. If not, this is absolutely a message to, be mindful with the people that you hang around with. Make sure that their foundation is stable, right? Before you listen to what they have to say or before they give you advice, make sure you double check, like, does this person have an emotional, how do I say that? Well, does this person have something to rely on? Like, do they have a liability to even speak up or advise people? Like, this is very important to see through the smoke, all that glitter ain't that gold. Like, if they don't have anything that is solid in their life or for their own future, yeah, just don't really get into that. Four of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and Five of Cups in your 12th house. Neptune. Neptune is going to be quite... No more smoking mirrors for you, Aquarius. You're going to see things for face value. You're going to understand that not everyone understands your spiritual energy as well as your spiritual beliefs. Subconsciously, you may feel rejected by these type of energies around you. I feel like you're not really surrounded by your tribe that really understands your mentality. You have a different way of seeing things and feeling, and not everyone always understands it. But this year, you're going to be like putting a lot of focus on understanding how to get yourself out of a period or a situation where you feel misunderstood. If you had, for example, a bad connection with God or with source, where you lack prayer, you lack gratefulness, you lack some sort of appreciation or connection to God, this is going to be a year where you're going to be shown the way, you're going to be shown the book, you're going to be shown how to reconnect and how to turn a situation that was regretful, sad, and disappointing into a learning energy. Yeah, prayer is going to be important, my friends. Like, trust in God, and trust in the source, trust in the divine, whatever you want to call it. This is not a platform for you for the argument of that. Is just like how you deal with it. And prayer is one of the most important things to do. And Knight of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Ace of Wands as your overall energy means that you may have been carrying a lot of emotional baggage from other people into this new year, and that will set the tone on how you will handle things. So you need to set the emotional baggage off your back and actually restart fresh and clean. So all the opinions you took for others, all the amount of time and energy you spent on other people, or you took someone else's problems onto your life. You could have had a date with someone and you just took their problems into your life. Those type of energies really have set the tone for you. And this year you need to find a way to really, be a "that's not my problem" energy. It's like one of the things that I like the most on Instagram with the memes was like when people try to blame you for their problems, and then it's like when you take yourself outside of it, you detach yourself completely, and they still have the same problem. However, all this time they've been accusing you as blame for that problem. That's the type of energy. It's like you're not the fixer. You're not the plumber. Like I always say, you are not the one that needs to carry people's emotional problems and their issues and their troubles and their traumas and their blah, 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 blah. No, you don't need to do that. And we all do that at one point of our life. We want to be there. We want to show loyalty. But then we will feel like, okay, but when it's the other way around, you don't get that loyalty back. You just are there for a container of emotional dumping or emotional validation for them. So be mindful of your energy. You have a strong fire here, very strong, but you need to burn away all this, heavy burdens of other people's emotions or your own, okay? Your own as well. That's what I have for you. Thank you and take care.